Welcome back. I've been recording this video for over an hour now. I really need to learn how to do video editing so I don't have to keep doing this, but this is what we're working with right now. So welcome back. This little video is going to be mostly for parents, also for the kiddos if they want to join in. It's going to be talking a little bit about what does remote learning look like for our classroom and the expectations that I have for myself and for you guys as parents and students. So let's just dive right in. We came together as a kinder team and we're all doing pretty much the same thing. Some things are a little bit different, just like a normal classroom. So for our classroom, what that's going to look like is we're going to be working with Google Classroom and also with packets, with physical paper and worksheets and all that jazz. So I'm working on the Google Classroom right now, and what you can expect with that is that every Monday I'm going to be sending out, I'm going to be posting a PowerPoint, and within that PowerPoint, it's going to break down the daily activities I'm expecting and what should be done at home. Along with those daily activities, I'm going to be trying to put in some videos. I still need to figure out how to embed videos, but I got it. We can do it. And I'm going to be embedding some videos that help with the lesson. So say we're learning about short A. I'm going to try to put in a video or two with short A lessons and review in there as well. So that's going to be coming out, the PowerPoint with the expectations. So hopefully that kind of breaks it down. I'm also going to be using Google Classroom to be uploading my videos, my recorded lessons. I'm going to be doing 4, 2 for kinder, 2 for first. And within that is going to be a literacy math. And those will be also uploaded to Google Classroom along with the assignments. I'm expecting you guys to either take a picture or, download a scan app if you guys want to, and that's how assignments will be turned in as well. From that, I can also see who's watched the video, who hasn't, and whenever you guys upload the assignments, not everybody can see them. I will be the only one to be able to access and review the work as well. So I don't want you guys to think that it's going to be broadcast for everybody. It's not. I don't know if I said this already, but I'm going to be putting in my story times on Google Classroom as well. So that's kind of that aspect of it, of the Google Classroom. Now to jump over to the packets, I have a kinder packet with me that I can kind of go through, and I'll talk about the differences between the kinder packet and the first grade packet and what to expect with that. It's pretty much all the same. There's just, math will be a little bit different. Same thing with the reading and spelling. So let's jump right in. Every packet's going to come with a little cover letter in it. One thing that we are asking is we are giving you guys 3 weeks of work. And please don't do them all in one day. Please don't do them all in 1 week. We want this to be beneficial and purposeful for these 3 weeks that we will be doing remote learning. So one thing to help out with that will be the slideshow that I'm making with the expectations. And another thing is on the top of each little packet, we have written which week we want them to be completed, along with each day each worksheet should be completed. So for example, this is one of our kinder math packets. We're expecting this packet, this whole thing is stapled together. This is for the week of 3:30, so for next week. And then this will be done on Tuesday. And then up here, you can see this one's expected to be done on Wednesday. And then we have a packet of story problems, which we want you guys to split in half any way you want to, but we want these to be done Thursday and Friday. And so just kind of going, so that's why we just don't want you guys to do it all at one time. The expectation right now for the kiddos and for you guys when it comes to remote learning is about 20 to 30 minutes for each subject. So 20 to 30 minutes of reading a day, 20 to 30 minutes of writing a day, 20 to 30 minutes of math a day. We know that you guys have a lot going on in your households as well. And every schedule looks different. Everybody is on a different routine right now. And so we want to be courteous of that so that you guys are aware that we're not expecting 7, 8 hours of learning a day. We want it to be about an hour and a half of learning a day. If you throw in science and social studies, 2 hours max. And that's absolutely max. We don't want you guys to be overwhelmed or stressed out with this as well. Another thing is I'm not quite sure the schedule of this, but I do know that specials The specialists will also be putting out videos. I don't know if they're going to be sending it to us or what that looks like yet, but I know that there will be resources and videos from the specialists as well for music, social skills, library, art, and gym. And so they will also be putting out videos. And as I learn more information about what that looks like, I will make sure you guys are informed as well. So jumping into the packets, we have that cover letter that I just showed you guys. We have 6 different scholastic news for the kiddos to look at. This will cover our science and social studies. This is optional. You don't need to do this. These will just be available for you guys. I'm also going to be including a classroom code. That way you guys can access the Scholastic News resources online in case that better suits your family right now. So these will also be offered online. Again, these are optional. They do not have to be turned in. If you want to, great, but I don't want to put more work on you guys if I can help it. So our science and social studies will be Scholastic News. I will be and Kinder and First have the same Scholastic News, and that's going to be in there. Kinder and First is also going to have a handwriting packet. These have capital and lowercase letters. For each letter, we're asking that you guys only complete 2 a day. And one thing that's big is I am going to ask you guys to please be sitting down with your kiddos while they're working on this. Letter formation is huge, and even though it may look like an A, it may look like a G, we want to make sure that they're forming them correctly. This is in their binders as well as in this packet with an explanation and descriptions of how to actually form the letter. So for example, the capital B, you start at the star, it's a size 1 letter, which means it touches the top and the bottom. You slide down, you can climb back up, and you swing, okay? One thing that's big with kiddos is they like to start at the bottom. And so for example, F, a lot of times you'll see kiddos start at the bottom, climb up, swing, and then whoops. Those are the words that we use for writing. But the correct formation of an F is starting where the curve is, and then you swing, slide, whoops. So please be sitting down and watching your kiddos form these letters. That will be huge. So Kinder and First will be expected to be doing 2 a day. Let's see, let's jump into our writing prompts. This is going to be the same for Kinder and First. They're going to have the same packet. The difference is that we're asking that the Kinders complete 3 prompts, and they will be turned in. The handwriting does not have to be turned in, but if you want to, feel free to. Will have no complaints towards that. With the writing prompts, we're asking for Kinders to do 3 prompts to turn them in. They can do more if they want to. Students, we want the Kinders to be writing at least one sentence to answer each question and at least 1 sentence about a story. First grade will be asked to complete 4 prompts or more. And on our notes, we ask our students to write 1 to 2 sentences. Personally, I prefer if they could write 2 to 3. I know that they are capable of doing that. If you feel like it's a battle and it's like pulling teeth, I don't want to create that at home. I know it can already be stressful. So if 1 to 2 is all you can do, that is fine. But if we can try to push them to do 2 to 3, that'd be great. And they can always write more if they want to. And again, so like for Kinder, there's 3 prompts that we want them to turn in. So 1 for each week. With first grade, we want 4 prompts. So maybe 1 the first week, since it is a little bit of a shorter week, and then 2 maybe the next week, and then 1 the next. So we don't need all 3 prompts done next week. So please separate those out. And they're fun. They're fun little prompts. So they each have a different picture. So here's a fun picture of one of the ones that we chose. So like for Kinder, for example, Kinder and First, we want them to write at least 1 sentence for each one of these questions. And then after they've completed this, then we want them to create a story. So for Kinder, it'll be 1 sentence of a story. They can always do more. I know I have some writers out there. And then for first grade, 1 to 2, preferably 2 to 3, but whatever you can get out of your kiddos. And this could be something that you break apart, since we're asking for 3 to 4 prompts. It could be, Monday, you do the first 2. Tuesday, you do these 3 questions, and then Wednesday, maybe you guys are writing a story about it. And so it doesn't all need to be done in one day's time. Break it apart for the week, however you find to be best for your kiddo and your schedule. So this is the writing prompt, and I believe there are 6 in here. So they could even do up to 2 a week if they wanted to. You talk to your kiddos and see what best works for them and for your house. Another thing that will be the same for Kinder and First is that we all have a fluency folder packet. It's not a folder, but the passages will be different for Kinder and First. This is the Kinder one. It has a cover page. This stuff will not need to be turned in. You can if you want to, like I said, but you don't have to. Has a little cover page. There's directions and explanations for parents in here, so you guys know how to fill them out and what that looks like. And then these are the actual passages that we want the kiddos to be reading. And again, same thing with before, we have the week up here, and when, like, these are all going to be the same. Oh, so like, for example, messed up. This, we want this to be done on the week of 3:30, so next week, and then this one, along with the one that's behind it, will be done on on 4/6, along with this one. And the last 2 will be for the week of 4/13. So again, these do not have to be turned in, but this is what it'll look like. And the same expectations will be 5 as well for first grade, with the labels on top of which week we want them to be reading these passages, these fluency passages. These are useful. These help us with one of our progress monitoring, which is DORF. Kinders don't have to do DORF, but this is good practice for them anyways. There's a lot more sight words in here. For example, on this first one, you know, I is a sight word, C is a sight word, A is a sight word. Dog is one of the only words that they can actually finger spell out. Dog. We wanted to do it without pictures. That way they're not using those to help them read it. We want to know actually what they know and what they do need help with. If you're noticing that one of your kiddos is needing a little bit of extra help with a certain topic, please feel free to shoot me an email, and we can do some of that conferencing during our one-on-one meets. So this is the fluency folder that will be with both Kinder and First. We're also going to have reading work. This is, we want the kids to fill out a story map. So this is what one of the story maps will look like, where they'll read a story, listen to a story, and then fill this out. So like write about their favorite part, and then write about why it was their favorite part. And we want the kids to either write a sentence or to draw a picture for Kinder for this. There's resources down here, and I will also include them in my PowerPoints of different ways that you can access stories. It could be from a website, it could be from one of the story times that I'm doing, or it could be even from a book from home. So, but one of these story maps will be done every day, and we do want these to be turned in to us. So that will be turned in through the Google Classroom. One thing we don't have in here that we forgot to print out, that I'll be printing out tomorrow, is little readers. So I send a bunch home with some kiddos if they were there Friday. If not, then you will be provided them, so don't worry about that. And we want them, where there's going to be 8 different readers in there for them to be practicing. Stories number 1 through 8, I believe, is what we're going to be printing out. And so those will be included in your packets as well as little readers, and for them to be practicing their finger spelling and sounding out words, decoding words, and then putting those sounds together to build the words. First grade will also have some, but they're going to be different stories. Let's see, jump into spelling. We're going to be having some spelling and writing work in here as well. We want this stuff to be turned in. There's 3 packets, 1 for each week. And again, like I said, they're going to be labeled up top. Where's this one? Oh, there we go. Labeled. That way you know what weeks to be working on, which packet to pull out for that week. And then just like with everything else, there will be days of when we expect that work to be done and completed. First grade will have the same packets, just different lessons, but theirs will look the same, similar anyways. And then for math, like I was showing you guys before, there's going to be 3 different packets focusing on 3 different weeks, along with I'll show you the front, along with the day that we expect them to do. And these will be turned in as well. Um, Along with that, manipulatives will be in the packets. So we have little beads for counters, dice, and these will help us with our activities that we'll be doing. I will also be putting in our pencil boxes. I'll probably put them into a Ziploc bag instead of the whole box. Um, that way you guys have the resources, scissors, glue, pencils, all that jazz that you guys might need. Um, if there are individual needs that your house has, please reach out and let us know, and we will do our best to accommodate that. I know that every house looks different and every family looks different, so we want to make sure that we make this process as easy as possible. Um, Trying to think, oh, schedules. One thing that has helped me out a lot is creating a schedule for my house. And my house looks different from your house, it looks different from Susie's house, and all that stuff. So, one thing that's helped me a lot is creating a schedule. Um, and find a schedule that works best for your house and for your family and what that routine looks like. Some of us are working from home, some of us are not working from home. Um, and so we have different lives and different schedules and routines right now. But one thing that I find to be huge is schedules and routines. If we think about our kiddos, they know what a day looks like, what a normal day used to look like anyways. They would know that they would wake up, eat breakfast, get ready for school. When they got to school, they knew exactly what the day looked like. And if it was going to be a wonky day or a weird day, then we would talk about it during our morning meetings. That way they were prepared and they knew what was coming next. Schedules and routines are huge for kiddos. And I'm sure you guys already know that. That's not me trying to make you guys feel inferior. I know for my life, the other day I woke up at noon and I was like, I can't keep doing this. This is not okay. And so I would suggest us doing routines and schedules for your family, and it's going to look different for everybody, and that's okay. And I know it's really hard to even think about what a schedule and routine will look like, considering you guys may not know what the remote learning looks like. So that was part of it, is the Google Classroom and the papers and the packets. Another thing that it's going to kind of look like is on Mondays, like I said, I'll be uploading the PowerPoint for the week, broken up on what each expectation is, along with resources. I am also going to be uploading a morning meeting type of a thing with our mantra that we're going to be focusing on. The past two that we were working on is I will be kind to myself and I will try, are the two mantras that we were working on before all this chaos happened. And so I'll be putting up a little video about what the positive message and what our mantra is going to be for that week and how we can practice that. If this is extended longer than 3 weeks, I might try to set up a live chat so that we can come together as a class. If it's going to be optional. It won't be required. It's not going to be counted against anybody if they can't come, because I completely understand that everybody's house looks different. But I might be trying to jump into that whole class thing, but very nervous about it, which is why we're not going to start it next week. But I'll be posted into our little morning Monday meeting. Tuesdays, my plan is to upload a kinder and first grade video for literacy with our lessons for that. Wednesday, my goal is to set that day aside for one-on-one conferences with the kids, where I will be available morning, afternoon, and evening. Because, like I said earlier, I know that every house has a different schedule and different expectations and routine right now. So I will be having different options for different times of the day. That way we can connect and it can be meaningful and purposeful. And then Thursday, I'm going to be posting our math video for kinder and first. And then Friday, I'll be also doing one-on-one conferences, again, being available morning, afternoon, and evening. So be thinking about what times work best for you on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's wrong. Wednesdays and Fridays. For Wednesdays and Fridays, to see what time works best for you guys. Don't quote me on everything because all this stuff is still all up in the air. That's my plan as of right now. We still have meetings that we're required to go to with other staff members, with other leaders and administration. So times could change, times might not change, days might change, days may not change. We're learning new things every day, just like you guys are. So please continue to show me grace and mercy and flexibility and support during this time. It's been huge to hear. I love hearing from all of you guys. It's never a bother. It's never anything like that. I love connecting with you guys as a family. My job is not only to help the kids where they need it, but also to help their families. And teamwork makes the dream work, and it takes a village, and especially in these uncertain times. So hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully I was able to answer some questions and explain it well enough and it not be confusing and all scatterbrained. But if you guys have any other questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out and let me know, and I will clarify as best as I can. We're also going to be providing food services for the kiddos. So if you guys have any questions about what that looks like, please shoot me an email. And Mrs. W, our school counselor, has also reached out for any social or counseling needs that your family might need individually. So if you guys have any concerns about that, please feel free to message me so that we can figure out what that will look like. Yes, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Hope you guys have a great afternoon, and sorry it was so long.